was a hard scene.
No? So that was one of the things I wanted to ask about was that scene. I know we spoke about it on the podcast. Really emotional.
And it was very intense. There was nobody else there. Everybody else had been shot out. We shot it 3 times, and time really lost it. He really lost it.
Because just from right there, the way he's crying, the way he's like caressing you, I feel like from watching it, like holy shit, just it's it's just so
very
raw,
intimate,
so raw.
It was very raw. It was
just
very raw. Because we had gotten close, and the thing is,
it shows
without even knowing each other previously, meaning never meeting before previously, we had developed this relationship. We weren't thinking about it, but it was symbiotic between Al and Cere and Debra and Cameron, and it just continued to be that way. It was that relationship only grew and grew and grew and grew stronger. We didn't have to see each other for long periods of times. And of course, because of his age and because of his life and because of his lifestyle and his friends and stuff, he's a different age than me, different lifestyle from me. So we didn't see each other often. But when we did get together, it went straight back to that space. When his birthday came up, I hadn't seen him since this. And when his birthday came up, he was like, hey, I'm doing this thing. You want to come? And I was like, yeah. And when I thought it was going to be a big party thing, this is young, and I thought it was going to be a party thing, and it wasn't. There was 8 of us. That was it. And it was really amazing. He wanted to keep it really simple, and he wanted to have people around him that he cared about and he trusted and was going to have a really great time. And and even when I did see him not after that, because his birthday was not too long ago, but when the game had wrapped, he had gone to the UK to work on a project. He was on the tube when he sent me a birthday message for my birthday. And then when they had the wrap party for Survivor, they were going to have this big Hollywood blowout. And they did. It was huge. It was loud. It was outdoors. It was indoors. It was all this stuff. It was just a lot of stuff. They had, canister with Dag and Gara on the inside. It was really, really cool. And just the bubble. It was just really wonderful. And I brought a friend. And I said hi to as many people that were going to be there. And the music finally got to me. It was just way too thumpy and too loud. And I was like, I'm ready to go. I wished I'd seen Cameron. I'm like, okay, well, he was in London. So I did get a birthday greeting from him, but I would love to just see him and hug him again and congratulate him on this game. And we were about to leave. We're already heading out. And honestly, I shit you not, there was a force pull. And I stopped in my tracks. And I didn't know why I stopped in my tracks, but I was like, okay, I'm stopping. And the music was thumping. And there was a group of people on my right. And I immediately wanted to look at the group on my right. And he was in the group. All I could do was cry. When we finished the game, when we broke apart, we didn't hug. He had to walk away from it because he already started getting emotional. And he walked away from me. I walked away from him because it was already an emotional scene. And now Cameron and Debra are having this emotional space between them. It was like Cal and Cere had their emotional space, but we could not separate them from Debra and Cameron at that point. So he got up and he walked away from me. Started talking to the Tom Keegan, cinematics director. And I kind of walked away and tried to get my bearings, and I couldn't get my bearings. And then finally, they were talking, and I can see that they were both emotional. So I started to go over to them. And we all we're just having this this moment of love and appreciation for each other, saying what we meant to each other, having that moment. And then finally, at the party, when I had that force pull, I said, I've always wanted to ask you something, and I never talked to an actor about their process, but I was curious because we only shot it 3 times. And each time, you were gripped emotionally. I could feel your tears on my face as I lay there, my eyes closed. Do you mind sharing what your process was or what you were feeling? I was just thinking about us. I was thinking about you and what I learned from you, and I was thinking about our relationship and that it's over. And it just made me feel, and holding you, because I get a chance to hug you and tell you how I feel with my tears. And I was like, wow. Of course, I cried because of that, and I hugged him and I left. But here is the picture when you'll see it in my face. And this is the picture that was taken directly after I dried my face. this is the relationship we have.
Oh, God.
This is a true relationship. We don't see each other often. We don't spend time together. But this is the epitome of when we do see each other again. This is the epitome of how we feel for each other. This is the epitome of what makes us love what we do and love each other because of it. It was just a powerful picture for me after crying.